Hey, Mark.
What's on your mind?
I just wanted to tell you that we're not qualified to judge anyone's music.
Let me just tell you, Drew. I'm a good friend, and I'm hearing everything that you're saying.
Mark, this is an intervention.
Mm-hmm.
You've been too judgmental.
Judgmental.
You're addicted to judging.
I know I am, but let me tell you something. You are too.
Mark, you might as well face it. You're addicted to judge.
I was thinking that. I was going to say that too. Might as well face it. You're addicted to judge.
But
Judy.
This is a show just for fun.
Right, because we're
trying to foster creativity.
Yeah. We're acting in like a judge capacity, but we're just trying to.
We're just pretending to judge.
We're just pretend judges. Okay, don't put any meaning on what we say.
But
or
we're real friends.
Stop. Really friends. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to our podcast. It's about a kind of contest with Mark and Drew and all their friends where they show off all their talents. They've only got 1 hour to demonstrate their power of songwriting and song recording, and then they'll tell us how.
Hey everybody, welcome to Make That Song Now. My name is Drew Key, and I'm here as always with Mark Van Eglen. Mark, introduce yourself.
You came in like a freight train there, Drew, like a wrecking ball.
I came in like a freight train ball. Yeah, exactly. And
Hi, my name's Mark. I'm here with Miley Cyrus.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking trash.
Wiley Coyote Cyrus is, as I like to call her. We're good friends. We're all good friends.
Shiley
here.
Walrus.
And we're joined by Javier and Tim. You guys.
Let me just make something clear about Tim. He's not a self-proclaimed musician.
No, is that true? Tim, justify yourself.
Yeah, I'm just a kid. That's all I am.
Just a kid. Okay, well,
he's just a kid.
And Javier, what are you? Just
okay. Wow. I'm an adult.
Okay, we got one adult and one kid, and they've collaborated this week. This is our first time ever having two people collaborate on a song, which
I feel ganged up on personally.
I'm excited about.
One might expect it to sound like two people were working on it, but that's not
spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers, but I mean, it's hard to do this no matter what, and I have often thought that it would almost be harder to have two people work on it, because collaboration is kind of a hard thing in and of itself, and unless you're really familiar with working with the other person and really comfortable, then it could be really challenging. Do you guys collaborate?
It's like when me and you are quilting. Drew.
Yeah,
it's like if I was quilting with someone else, I'd be like, this is hard. But
when we're making our friendship quilts across 800 miles of distance, and one of us wants a certain tree patch and the other one wants a certain dove, then we can't really we can't find the middle ground. But do you guys collaborate a lot?
I think the only time either of us ever make music is together. And
really,
I don't know. The only time either of us actually takes it seriously when we make music is together. But then half the time when we do make music together, we've had like maybe 7 beers each. So it's also not like of any worth.
It's the only way to do it.
But it's fun.
I never drink and make music.
It can be very damaging to the creative process.
I just don't want to get pulled over.
So, because you're only ever making music while driving.
Yep, exactly. So it's like, it's hard enough like to play the guitar while you're driving a manual transmission car, and semi truck. I mean,
well, I believe one of your quotes from an earlier episode is "one hand on the wheel, one hand on the squeal." So is that referencing your guitar?
Did that not get cut out? That seems like something you would have cut out.
It seems like something I would have cut out, but I'm pretty sure I didn't.
One hand on the wheel, one hand on the squeal.
So the squeal, I'm assuming, is
Yeah.
referencing the guitar.
Yeah, that's a guitar or a harmonica.
So Javier and Tim, the track you guys sent me, it has an artist's name that says The Masks. Is that you guys' actual band name or artist name? Is that what you go by?
Made my ears get red.
What, The Masks?
No, I don't.
The Masks.
I don't want you to know that.
Oh,
What about but let me ask you something. Do you guys both put on Jim Carrey masks and then put on the mask from The Mask on top of them? Is that why it's called The Mask?
We already have a green face masked mask, and then we put a face mask over that green mask.
So it's
And-
kind of like
Okay.
it's the opposite. You put on the mask, and then you put on the Jim Carrey mask. Got
Exactly.
it.
Yes. No, we literally were sitting there, and we thought, like, what could we make the name of our band after we made a song with a keyboard and a really shitty interface, and then we had masks, and we thought The Masks.
The Masks.
The Masks.
It feels very hip. Feels now.
It was either that or Kajagoogoo 2.
Okay, well you fucked up because that's the greatest name
That's
I've ever heard.
pretty good. Yeah.
It sounds like you're named.
Where
for
does that
like
come
a-
from?
Like a cat from space, like an astronaut
there's-
cat.
There was that like 80s band called Kajagoogoo that had that song like Too Shy, Hush Hush, Hi. Yeah, that song.
Yeah,
And we could have been Kajagoogoo 2.
The sequel.
Kajagoogoo 2, the squeakle.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I like the idea of continuing a band that you had nothing to do with and weren't even born while they were valid.
And I only know the one song.
Well, they probably only have the one song.
They have like 2 more.
2 more songs?
Kajagoogoo 2.
More songs.
Kajagoogoo 2 more songs.
2 more songs.
That's the name of the album.
All right. Well, how did you guys get your start playing music? I know you told us before we started recording that you guys have known each other since you were tiny little.
I believe you
little
said
children.
you've known him since he smelled like carrots.
Which is a very interesting qualifier.
I don't know. Tim can begin.
I guess our families knew each other, but I played piano for like 2 years when I was a little kid, and then I got tired of it, and then somehow I picked it up. And Javi was also playing.
You picked up a whole piano?
Okay. No, I just picked up the family piano, and Javi was playing like drums and guitar like his whole life, I guess. So
Yeah. He was born playing it in the womb.
Yeah, he didn't pick up that piano. He picked up the family piano. It was
Wait.
much heavier than any
Yeah, it was
piano.
because his whole family was
very
sitting on it.
ornate,
He
classical.
was like, "Now, see, I'm gonna pick up this piano with my whole family on it." Seems like a 1920s strongman thing. Oh, look at me now. That's my mom, my pa, and my sister.
So is piano something that did your parents get you piano lessons when you were a kid? Did you kind of reject that, or how did that?
Wait a second, or was the piano your family?
Was the piano your family?
In which case, this is a tragic story, and I apologize for joking about it.
I'm Asian.
Okay,
Oh.
I feel like that answers it.
Okay, on to the next guy.
No. So, but I am curious because I'm always jealous of people whose parents made them learn piano when they were little. Like, because I wish it was a skill that I had developed when I was a kid. Nowadays, I wish I'm terrible at keyboards, so I wish I had learned that early on. And I'm always kind of jealous of people that had it. But I know being forced to learn something when you're a kid, it's very likely that you might end up rejecting it. So what was that experience like? I'm curious.
I guess, yeah, I felt like it was forced on me, and then that's why I kind of stopped like taking it seriously. And then I guess once people stop forcing it on you, then if you stumble across it again after, then it doesn't seem as bad, and then you're more willing to try it after that.
Right.
I think it's more one of those things where I had played drums and played guitar and all those things that are super easily
Just cool. You can just say cool.
You could just push them into other things, and then piano is like in its own league above all those things. And it's hard to like realize that piano can mesh with those other properties in like rock. And so it's hard to find things within like rock and alternative that's entertaining and fun. Mesh piano with rock and guitar and all those things. So
I remember. Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, you guys go.
No, so then we just started doing vaudeville, and we like
hello, my darling. Hello, my sweet
hello, my ragtime girl.
My ragtime girl.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So do you guys do like magic and stuff too, or just the musical aspect?
We have like this thing where I press like I like do like a G chord on my guitar.
Yeah.
And he does like a G whatever it is on a piano at the same time. And
probably
then we
a chord.
And then and then we literally morph into the same being.
Our powers
so you're like a Wonder Twins kind of a thing.
It's so confusing for my wife. She has like
my wife.
Very
God
little.
Damn it, Drew! Shut up.
It's very confusing for my wife. What's going on?
No.
I'm sorry, Drew.
It's just like a straight piss load of confusion.
See, this is what happens.
I like the way you talk, Javier.
When someone comes on the show after listening to a few episodes, they know exactly what to say to make me to give me great edit points.
Sorry.
Right?
It's just a little shortle of confusion.
Okay, anyway.
Thank you for appreciating just the English language,
You're
Javier. Because some people, I'm not naming names, some people don't get it.
Right.
Yep.
Drew. I'm talking about Drew, just for the record.
The prompt that I sent out this week, it was, what's your favorite bug? And then the extra credit was one verse in French, actually. 2, give your bug a human name, and 3, genre ska. Javier and Tim, what did you guys think about that? I mean, Javier, I know you opened it a little early.
Well,
awkward.
I immediately threw one of those 3 out the window upon reading it.
I know, because you texted me in all caps, ska, with a lot of question marks.
I immediately thought of Operation Ivy, and then I got like a terrible feeling inside. And
what kind of terrible feeling? Like you're not a fan of
like
of
things are
Operation
getting tougher
Ivy, or...
when you can't get the stuff at the bottom of the barrel?
You know what I mean by Operation Ivy, just in general.
I'm
like
not
really
sure.
really good.
Do you mean that? Do you mean that there's like a sound system that's gonna bring you back up, or?
Well, that's one thing you can depend on, Drew.
No.
Are these jokes resonating with you?
Are these working? Are these working? Are we too old?
You might have reached a generation gap finally in your audience here.
We're dating ourselves very, very obviously.
But no, I threw out the ska thing immediately.
Mm-hmm. Take warning.
That just wasn't. It's just not in my character. I was going to be.
You can't just say Operation Ivy song titles.
Well, now you can.
Sorry, Javier. Please continue.
Could you keep doing sentences with Operation Ivy song titles?
I mean, you can try.
Yeah.
No, you can try.
Why don't you do it though?
Because I didn't do it. You displayed your well-knowingness. I couldn't think of the finishing word there.
That's why I finished it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So no, threw Operation Ivy, hence ska out of the way, and went full 9-inch nails. I don't even know what you would. I don't know a single 9-inch nail song other than.
No,
that.
actually, I get that. I get that a little bit.
You know,
I haven't heard it yet. but I believed you because you seem like a trustworthy guy.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Well, let's go ahead and listen to your song, you guys. Let's pull up the song. And what was the name that you guys wanted to give this track? Did you have a title in mind for it? I feel like I can guess, but
it had many working titles. But then, but then it will soon be clear. If you are both not familiar with the, I don't know, 2015, 2016 hit viral song, Pen, Pineapple, Apple Pen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm all about that.
I
I'm all about that
honestly
shit.
wasn't
Pen,
before
pineapple,
I
apple,
got this
Dude,
song.
okay, but what you're not understanding is you take a pen, you take an apple. Apple pen. That's what you're not getting.
Exactly.
No, I got it.
Except
I got it.
my problem was I really, really hate bugs. And I was having a really hard time finding a symmetry between me and them. And then
All bugs?
all bugs. And then Tim found
mean.
that graph between me and them, and he pinned pen, pineapple, apple, bug.
Okay,
And,
wait. Okay, Tim.
Yeah.
I need you to take over here. What is a pen, pineapple, apple bug? And how did you find that to bridge the gap?
I don't know. It's some kind of abstract marriage between bugs and fruits and the sugars. I guess.
I think I might be able to. I think I might be able to explain this to you. I haven't heard the song yet. Hi, Mark. I haven't heard the song yet. But I think what he's trying to say is that he took a pen, he took an apple pen, then he took the apple pen, he took pineapple, pen, pineapple, apple pen, pen, pineapple, pen, and then he took pen, pineapple, pen, then he took the bug, pen, pineapple, apple bug. Something like that.
There was something like that, but a little bit more aggressive than that. I wish you would have. If only you would assert yourself more.
Okay, I'm sorry. I get a little timid when Drew's
It's okay.
because he yells at me.
If you hear the song,
That's true.
you'll learn.
Yeah, let's go ahead and listen to it if you guys are ready.
I'm super stoked.
Pineapple apple bug. Red pineapple apple bug. Let's get it on. Sip on.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that. Honestly, I really loved that song.
Here's
you
the
guys.
thing. I'm wondering, how did we end up with we have basically the exact same song. I'm like, how did this even happen? It's like the
Right down to the
collective
rude boy.
and the Kevin Spacey references. Like,
Oh.
Yeah, shockingly, everybody, separate from each other, put in references to an extremely disturbing, awful person.
Oh, seriously?
No.
yeah,
Oh, damn
No
it.
spoilers. No spoilers.
no
We'll
spoilers,
get to it.
but there may be some Spacey moments.
No. Why did you name your bug Kevin Spacey? I have to ask.
So I couldn't help but think about how, if you look at my really deep lyrics, I put a lot of my soul into that. Like, I haven't done that in a while.
I felt it.
It really brought back a lot, honestly.
For a second, I thought you were Trent Reznor.
So, did you guys write out your lyrics first, or were they somewhat improvised? What?
Those seem
What was
very
that
well.
process
They
like?
seem like very well thought out. I think they spent probably most of the time writing those out.
Mark? Shush.
I would like to hear more, Mark. But I can't agree that Mark can stand by for the amount of time right now. Anyway, we had written this song
Do
completely.
you mind if I take this one? I'm sorry.
We had written said song to its full, and we realized we had maybe 6 minutes left. So I grabbed out my trusty phone and I put in the best lyrics. Looked up A Bug's Life, which I've never seen.
Nice.
Realized
Really?
that Kevin Spacey played Hopper in A Bug's
okay.
Life.
Yep.
Then realized Kevin Spacey being in this song could play a double meaning of a bug I love and also a bug I'm terrified of.
Yeah, it kind of fits with the theme of hating bugs and having Kevin Spacey as the bug is deeply disturbing.
Like he's on his way.
Oh God. Ugh. I honestly forgot that Kevin Spacey was in Bug's Life.
I had zero recollection he was in it because I'd never seen it.
Well, okay, so I think of A Bug's Life and I always think of David Foley because I'm pretty sure he plays the main character in that movie, and it is
Also does all the
honestly-
Foley work.
Oh my God.
Oh, I guess there.
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm too busy laughing at my hilarious joke.
All right, so just can you guys describe a little bit of the writing process?
Okay. We've written many a song together, and very bravely tossed around the idea of just throwing away your guys' little skit here and just using one of our songs we spent hours on already. But even those wouldn't even sound as good as something we would spend an hour on. So we decided to go swinging.
All original.
Swinging PG rated wiener. And
Well, I'll say swinging a hit as far as I'm concerned.
and
yeah,
then,
I really appreciate that you guys did end up taking the time to put in the effort on this because you really honestly love this song. As soon as it started playing, I was like, "Oh, I am fucking into this."
I think we broke the speakers on my Mac
Really?
because I put my bass through like a fuzz face and like a couple other pedals. And I don't. You sound weird right now coming through my Mac speakers, but we did it together.
I always sound weird, so
It would have sounded terrible, but literally, like I said, Tim is like, he's quiet, but he's like the little,
he's like a little burp.
So what came first as far as layers? Did you start with the bass or did you start with the synthesizer? What was first?
No, it's like I like you and I had talked before, Drew, is the little Volca drum machine thing.
Mm-hmm.
Put that little guy through a bunch of pedals to make it sound like it was broken,
Mhm.
And then
Oh,
That
okay.
came
I
through.
was curious about what you used. So you used a Volca sample as well? Oh no, you had a Volca drum. That's right.
Volca drum. Don't get it wrong.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, it
don't-
sounded great. I
Yeah.
really like that
Yeah.
sound you got out of it.
Volca drum through a bunch of pedals, and then something
You
else.
okay?
Something else through a
Questions are hard.
we there's a lot of other things through a lot of the same pedals. I didn't realize the hour thing was gonna really be like an hour. That was really
Yeah.
you do
We
We
Okay,
don't
so-
use much time dilation.
What did you think it was going to be?
I just thought,
Maybe like an hour and a half.
it was like we got the bass, the drums, the entire thing down. Then it's the little like and then it's the like
Mhm.
the that
Yep.
really just gets in the way.
It seals the deal.
It seals the deal. I mean, you don't get the whole like Kevin the like crying Kevin Spacey sounds. That doesn't happen in seconds. That happens in
Nope.
like hours. So to expect us to compress that into like minutes was honestly like a little bit insulting, but I made
I'm
it happen.
So sorry.
It was like
Jesus.
when the mom lifts the car off the baby,
Or when Tim lifts the family piano.
or when Tim he twists his handlebar mustache real nice and tight, and then he lifts the family piano.
Pure adrenaline.
Pure adrenaline.
Yes.
I miss you, Tim.
I've just met you.
Fair
Well,
You
this
might-
is crazy.
You might think that just straight do not call him maybe. You might think
No,
that
my name's Mark. Don't call me maybe.
next
Sorry.
next.
Yeah, honestly, I was really thrilled with this song. I think it turned out really well. The overall tone of it, the vibe,
Je ne sais quoi.
yeah. That is the French part. I'm curious about that.
It was just dripping with je ne sais, Drew.
So, well, I guess this is as good an opportunity as any. Do you want to just get right into your score?
Get right into it.
Right into it. Not wrong into it, but right into it.
I feel like it's like 10 minutes later. Do you want to get right into it?
Yes.
Get right into it after a
It's like
15 minute.
Yeah, it's like when you're waiting for your doctor
meandering
in the
conversation.
exam room for 15 minutes, and he's like, "Do you want to get right into it?"
Your doctor will be right in.
Yeah, your doctor will be right into
I feel like the amount of time I waited for my doctor was the last like 30 seconds you've been talking about me waiting for my doctor. So, yes.
I'm really
Okay.
I'm confused, but also
You have a short wait time for doctors.
excited.
Just hit me with it.
So we, for anyone listening who isn't familiar with the show, we use a rating system called the FART scale, and it's spelled PHARTE. Each one of those letters stands for a different category, and they're each worth up to 10 points. So starting with P, we've got prompt, and this is just how well you guys matched the prompt. So when I first listened to your song, I felt like this was a little bit off on the prompt, but then I realized what I asked for in the prompt was just, what's your favorite bug? I did not ever specify that you could not make up a bug. So when I finally figured
That's
out
true.
that your bug was the pen pineapple apple bug, and I finally figured out what that was, and I
About
watched
Kevin
the
Spacey.
pen pineapple apple pen video, and I felt much more informed.
You're gonna have to edit out like a lot of laughing in the background.
No, I think I'll leave that in. It's
Yeah,
like a laugh track.
It tricks people into thinking that this show's entertaining.
Yeah. That's all we're trying to do,
Yeah.
is trick people into thinking it's funny or entertaining in any way. So anyway, but I gave you 10 points for prompt because really, yeah, I had no stipulations in there about not being able to make up your own
I didn't
bug.
see a single stippy, Drew.
No
Thank you.
stippies. No stippies.
Wow.
Here. So
You have
10
to,
points for prompt.
I think that 9.7% of those 9.7% of those points go to Tim. Because otherwise
Tim.
we would be just straight up talking about a love bug. Because I was going to make this song about a love bug that I have for my wife. And whatever a love bug is.
Isn't that like a Volkswagen?
No,
That's just.
So anyway, so let's just take the 10. Let's just take the 10 points. Let's keep going.
All right. Heart. H stands for heart. So I gave you 8 points for heart because I did feel like there was a decent amount of heart, but we always say that heart and attitude are on a sliding scale.
I feel like if anything, it was hardcore.
It had a lot of heart for sure, but I feel like eight is a good score for that. It is a higher score, and I feel like it's accurate.
I have not a thing to say about that.
The reason I gave you 8 on heart is because this song was just fucking dripping in attitude.
How much, if like you were to assign a load amount?
I would say maybe a cartload.
Cartload.
Maybe a forklift load. Maybe 4,000 pounds worth. If I had to say a load, I would most certainly not say anything related to a human bodily function.
Okay.
Mark.
It's really brave of you.
I gave you 10 points for attitude.
Ow!
Ow! Now, moving on to R. R, of course, stands
Wait.
for...
I do feel like I must add that I feel like I may not be able to exert any more attitude for the next 7 to 10 days.
Well, that's what a doctor would recommend. The doctor you waited 30 seconds for.
Well, hold on, because I feel like we're getting into some murky territory here with the legal waters. So
this is the Mark gives medical advice area.
If you're worried about your lack of attitude for the next 7 days to 10 days, then I have to refer you to our legal team. Mark, you want to take over here? You're the lawyer for this show,
Absolutely. Make That Song Now cannot be held responsible for any overage or lack of attitude that you may or may not feel after the 1 hour is spent.
But we do want to illustrate that we're really appreciative of you giving us all of your attitude, and
but we can't legally say that.
It really would have been nice if you guys would have let me know that beforehand, but
well, we'll put a future disclaimer on it that if you put all your tood into your song, you might be toodless for the next week or so.
But you might. I would say go down to the farmer's market, grab some tood food, and you'll be right as rain.
The crazy thing is, I have tood food.
What is tood food?
It's a mix of quinoa and
Brussels sprouts.
Thank you. I forgot the other ingredient.
Corn.
Do you take an immersion blender to that?
Yeah, and then you put it into a pan of Hamburger Helper.
With hamburger in it, or instead of the hamburger?
No, instead of the hamburger. Yeah.
That sounds pretty healthy.
Tood food, trademark.
I think the Hamburger Helper part of it is already trademarked. But I'm glad we got that out of the way. So really good lyrics. I would have given you more points for this one, except if you had only not included Kevin Spacey. Because
he can only detract points at this point.
And I don't even really think we should be giving him that. I gave you 6 points for really good lyrics.
6 points.
That's a sixer.
Are you all right with that?
I was trying to think of a reason to not be all right with that. And I don't have a single one.
We'll give you a moment.
Well, we both had a pretty negative reaction to it. So I think
We had a very negative reaction to the lyrics that I wrote immediately. It was really
well, I'm glad that you kept them.
not not well. We had six.
Just imagine you have hives all over your face all of a sudden. Oh, I think I'm having a reaction to these lyrics.
Is wrong.
It was more like we spent a lot of time treating the sounds that we created. And obviously they sounded great,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. I won't argue with that.
And then we had 6 minutes left for the lyrics, and it just straight ended up sounding like what we have today.
Tim, you want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, I kind of forgot who Kevin Spacey was, but because I thought he was just a funny looking man, and then
He's the guy from The Usual Suspects.
Yeah, and then I looked him up, and
Yep.
yeah, he's the bad man, right?
He's the bad man.
Yeah.
So
He's basically like Voldemort. I think we went over that already.
Yeah, nobody support him, please. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a piece of shit. So moving on, timing, tempo, and tone. I really loved the tone of this song, and I didn't hear any real problems with timing or tempo. So I went ahead and gave you 10 points for timing, tempo, and tone.
Got it. Nailed it.
Thank you.
So if you're comfortable with that score,
I am bewildered at that score.
editing. So the only thing that I heard, there was a little bit of background noise you could hear in a couple parts, and obviously you don't have a lot of time for editing. You have just an hour is not enough time to get a whole lot of editing done. But so taking that into account and everything, I gave you 9 points for editing because it did sound really well put together. Everything was pretty cohesive. So I felt like 9 points was appropriate.
If that weighs well on your mind, then I'll let you do that.
If you can live with that decision, I'm okay with it.
I thought it was pretty good. If you have any reason to argue it, please let me hear it.
I mean, I did it in GarageBand in 59 minutes, so I'm surprised. I'm very surprised you gave me a 9.
I thought it was a wild ride,
It was.
and I would ride again.
Well, part of that was
thank you very much. Yes.
generally the tone of the song. It kind of lent itself to a more like fuzzy, almost like that wall of sound style.
I do have a pair of AirPods Pros, and
No.
I wore them in anticipation of the quality of this song, and it may have also ruined my AirPods Pros.
Is that
So-
pros? Is that pros written by AirPods?
Yes, it's like Oscar Wilde created the lineage leading to the headphones.
Mark, I'm gonna have to put a limit on how many of those type of jokes you can make per episode because that's like the 7th one, I think, this episode.
Drew, this is why people tune in.
That's true. That's true.
They're like, when's Mark gonna make another just awful pun?
I just gotta let it happen. I think you're right. All right. So that brings you up to a total of 52 for the basic fart. Now we've got our extra credit. So first off was one verse in French, actually. So you had a few lines in French for your song, and I wanted to ask you about that because in the lyric sheet that you sent me, it says "c'est si bon," and then in the song, I'm pretty sure what you said was "c'est bon." So I'm curious about that because "c'est si bon" means it is so good.
It's just like super good.
So
Yeah.
good.
But "c'est bon" is just
It's good.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
good. So I was curious
I
which
guess which is it?
which one you want to go with ultimately. Is it so good or is it just good?
So I guess where I'm gonna go with this is what's gonna get me more points at the end of the day.
See, that's just a
Well-
smart way to play a game.
Well, obviously, one of them has more words.
Well, I don't know if you can tell, but I am saying "c'est si bon." I
In the
just like
song?
maybe you just don't like. I just can
No,
only boil it
maybe you're-
down.
come on.
He's,
I can
Come
only
on.
he's
literally-
Aaron Bushing you, Drew. He's Aaron Bushing you.
I'm gonna listen to it right now. I'm gonna listen to that part of the song.
I can only
go. Here we go. I'm
boil
going away.
it down. Okay, let's give him some time.
Nope, just listen to it. It is definitively c'est bon. So,
Shangong.
okay, so I'm gonna give you partial credit for that because it is not a full verse.
Well, what happened was it was very, very sincerely inspired by Dean Martin's standard C'est bon on his
C'est bon, c'est bon.
How they do in France. Except I tried to just kind of transfer that onto a whatever that song was, and you caught that, and you caught me in a lie. And good
well,
on
that's
you.
my job as the judge
As
for this
the
episode.
judge.
So fair enough.
So I gave you 2 points
Oh,
instead of the 5 possible.
Nailed it. Fuck
I
it.
didn't give you nothing because you it was clear that you made an effort and you at least put some French in there, and I really appreciated that.
thank you. Thank you.
So number 2 on my extra credits, we had give your bug a human name. You definitely did that. Kevin Spacey, as horrible and disturbing as it is, that was your bug's name, and so 5 points there.
Thank you.
Nice.
And then for the last one, genre ska.
Yeah, we could just go to the next song on that.
Are you
one.
sure?
I
You don't want to talk about this at all?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well,
Basically,
my
it's an
feeling
Operation Ivy
was-
song.
I just have to mention that I did put the effort into 2 times in my song putting rude boy just to let you
and that's
know.
what I was going to bring up, and I really appreciated that. And you know, the first couple times I listened to it, you hadn't sent me your lyrics yet. I had no idea what that was. I had no idea you were saying rude boy. I thought it was just some weird noises. So after I realized it was rude boy, I was very happy, and I changed my mind, and it was no longer a 0 points. It was partial credit because obviously this is not a ska song, but you did make the effort by throwing in a couple rude boys. So 2 points there as well.
Yeah, thank you.
2 points, Drew.
2 points.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're
I
the judge.
I did initially have the song name planned to be "I'm Not a Rude Boy, I'm a Bug Man," but I felt
Okay.
like that would be pandering. So
Is Bugman, is that like a off-brand Spider-Man?
yes. So I just ended up just putting "rude boy" twice in the song.
Well, I loved it. All right, so that brings you up to an ultimate total of 61 points.
Oh, that's
Is
not-
is Bugman put out by Larval Comics? Boom.
So, Javier, you first of all, both you and Tim, you guys, I really appreciate you coming on this show. But I did want to ask you, Javier, when I sent you the prompt initially, what did you do?
No.
What did you do?
We don't. 61 points.
61 points,
No,
correct?
so,
Yeah.
So what happened? So Drew, what happened was Drew, on my nice trip with my wife.
Now, sorry.
No, no.
I don't even mean to do it anymore, Drew. It's
I
a
almost
joke
did it
that's
too.
gotten
I
out of
almost
my
did it too.
control.
With my wife.
No. All right, just continue.
I happened to. I was aiming for another email. I happened to press on your email, and then there was a link, and then crazy how
Can
these
I
things
warn-
work.
Can I just warn you?
It's
in general
crazy.
about just clicking random links in emails. Bad idea.
So
like,
okay,
it was
so
like
you
a-
thought you were clicking on someone
I
else's
thought I was
email.
clicking on another email, and then like a
Mhm.
bump came in the road. My
And the disclaimer that came with my email that said, "Don't open this until you're ready to start recording."
See, the thing is, with my restricted access on my early smartphone, I just simply didn't see that.
Okay.
Go ahead and mark me as you will.
So and then you immediately texted me and said, "Ska?" And I said, "You weren't supposed to open it." And then, yeah, I was a little disappointed, gotta admit. Especially since I knew you knew how this was supposed to work.
The best part of it was me as a 23-year-old man getting a text message saying, "That I understand, but you will be reducted points because of this." And I don't think I've felt that level of rejection and just terrible feelings since I was maybe 16 years old.
Oh, I'm so sorry to cause you that, Javier.
I mean, honestly, you're welcome for like bringing back your youth.
We have to get a reality check every once in a while.
Well, yeah, I am sorry to cause you any strife, but the rules are the rules, and I'm just here to enforce them. So, unfortunately, I do have to subtract some points from your total score. So, Javier and Tim, aka the Masks, you guys receive for your final score -420 points.
Oh,
Shangong!
You're just a terrible person. -420.
It's just simple math, really. I just had to subtract, a certain amount from the total. And
I will.
He can't specify the amount. He's done the math though.
I have,
but he can't specify it.
It was complicated.
Only makes sense. I will just never return on said podcast. Is all.
Well,
good.
I would think you would want to redeem yourself after this kind of performance.
I think we could get a really good redemption arc out of this.
Okay.
So it's like Nancy Reagan's 420.
Yeah, Nancy Reagan's 420
is -420.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't condone that kind of action.
No,
it's against.
We don't either.
It's against my policy, honestly, and
the war on drugs.
Yeah, and Kashmir, and
Kashmir.
The war in Kashmir.
Yeah, agreed.
Let's listen to Mark's song.
Yeah, do you want to hear about it at all, or we just?
Yeah, I want to hear about it. What were your thoughts when you opened the prompt?
When I opened it, it took me a while, Drew, to wrap my head around it. To be honest with you, I didn't know. I didn't know what bug I wanted. It took me a while. It took me a while to find my way to what I wanted to do. I couldn't think of a good bug.
Yeah.
And then I realized what my favorite bug is. And then I just. What actually happened was I've been listening to a lot of XTC.
Oh.
And that's I don't know. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but that's actually like.
No, I get that. Yeah,
where all of the like. I don't know. I've just been like I've been thinking about it. Specifically that song. Census Working Overtime.
CCC.
We can listen to it.
I actually only know one of their songs.
I also do have to mention that you sent me the song, and this is the first time I've ever been endowed with this podcast. So I initially started listening to said song. Then Drew berated me, and I had to stop listening to said song. And it was
darn it, Javier, why'd you have to say that?
My song?
It was very, very hard to stop listening to your song because it was so good.
Well, it's an earworm.
You're gonna get there. You're gonna get the rest of it in a little bit here.
But you definitely know that we're only making plans for Nigel.
Oh, that's them. I didn't actually realize that.
They do that song, and they do
the
that
only
one. That's like, Dear God, something about a something and.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah. All classics. I'm done talking about.
Okay, you want to listen to it?
Yeah, you guys ready?
Yes.
Tim, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
you'll be a butterfly. I'll be a fuzzy caterpillar, munching leaves until I die. I know you're my caterpillar, you know you'll be a butterfly. I'll stay a fuzzy caterpillar, munching leaves until I die. 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 Lots of flowers in the springtime. Munching leaves until I die. Munching leaves until I die. Munching leaves until I die. Lots of flowers in the springtime. Is it coming soon? Metamorphosis. Turn my pudgy body into flying harmlessness. I know you're my caterpillar, you know you'll be a butterfly. I'll be a fuzzy caterpillar, munching leaves until I die. I know you're my caterpillar, you know you'll be a butterfly. I'll stay a fuzzy caterpillar, munching leaves until I die. 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 Lots of flowers in the springtime. Munching leaves until I die. Munching leaves until I die. Munching leaves until I die. Lots of flowers in the springtime. Is it coming soon? Metamorphosis. Turn my pudgy body into flying harmlessness. Je suis un petit chenille. As-tu ma chenille? Seras-tu ma chenille? Merci beaucoup.
All right, that was great. Mark, I really got what you were saying with the XTC, especially too. After you said it, listening to it that time, I was like, yes, definitely.
Yeah, I tried to just get a little weird with it.
Yeah. It was great. I loved it.
I'm sorry I didn't name my bug.
You really made me feel inferior with that song.
Mark, what made Caterpillar your standout bug? What makes that your favorite bug?
They're real cute, Drew.
Yeah. Like the caterpillar in A Bug's Life?
I was thinking, yeah, well, I mean, I was thinking that, but I was also thinking like the fuzzy ones. You know what I mean? Like I'm down with like those are pretty cool and like
they're so
like,
soft,
kind of cute and yeah, soft and fuzzy and
squishy. Not that you should squish them.
Squishy.
Don't squish them.
But that was, I mean, that's basically it. I was like, man, and they're cool. Like I don't know, anything that kind of like metamorphosizes into another thing is pretty just cool as well.
Yeah, kind of Kafka-esque.
Kafka-esque. Who is Kafka-esque?
You could say that Kafka is the most Kafka-esque.
Ooh, I thought that was an instant coffee brand.
One time I like in 2010, I met Kafka-esque.
Were you at a Gautier concert?
No. I was at a Gautier concert.
All right, got to the bottom of it. Yeah, I really love your lyrics, your symbolism, your metamorphosis, your whole journey. You got a real hero's journey in this
one. About being wanting to be sedentary, but the people around you and the world wanting to change.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you want to get right into your judging?
I didn't hear any like, wow, that was profound or anything like that.
Mark.
Yeah.
This is the judging portion.
For $1 million.
Okay, Regis.
Whoa.
Prompt. You got a 10. You did it.
Yep.
You followed it. You said caterpillar. That was your favorite bug.
Yep.
You know, I asked that question.
Yep.
That you answered that
Yep.
question.
Yep, I did. Yep.
100 points. I mean, 10 points.
Mm-hmm. It was going to be a ladybug, and then I was like, that's a lie. So
Yeah,
said
I mean,
caterpillar, and then I went with it. So
Yeah. You did lots of bugs life bugs in this episode.
I feel like but yeah, obviously, because
I guess they
Bugs
get
Life has like a ton of bugs in it.
They get the main bugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Heart. 8 points.
Can I argue that I don't know Mark, but I feel like his bug of choice is disingenuous?
Yeah, sure.
Ouchie.
What's your argument?
That's my argument.
Oh, I thought you were gonna have a passionate.
He's got an
Argument.
argument that isn't an argument.
I feel like I'm gonna have a lower score, and therefore I want Mark to have a lower score.
You don't necessarily know that you're gonna have a lower score.
I feel like
You guys got negative 420 points. Mark could get negative 421.
Okay, all right. You know what? I rescind my
For the first time
objection.
in history.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, Mark. 8
Yeah.
points for heart.
I mean, I disagree, but that's okay.
Why?
Because I thought it had a lot of heart in it.
I think 8 is fair.
Well, okay.
You know why?
If you can sleep with that, go to sleep tonight. And
You know
think
why?
to yourself, you know what? I done judged it right.
See, I think you had a lot more attitude than you had heart in this one. Those horns, you know, the chord changes, everything. I felt like it was more attitude than it was heart. Personally, I feel like you had 10 attitude and 8 heart. Okay?
All right. I mean, everyone's welcome to their own opinion. Okay, Tim probably would have given me 11 points. Right, Tim?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Really good lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
9 points.
I mean, I would have given me a 10, but that's fine. Just kidding. That's great.
You would have given yourself a 10 in every category.
Thank you. Except for attitude. Would've given
Timing,
myself a
tempo,
9.
and tone.
Yeah.
I would have given him a upwards of 11 plus in attitude.
Well, it goes up to 10. Why would it go beyond that?
I'm just a visitor.
Thank you. You're like a passenger.
Yeah.
Timing, tempo, and tone.
Exactly.
8 points.
I mean, thank you. I feel like he got a lot more explanation kind of for why you did the thing.
Well, we're running out of time.
I feel like you're just like, hey, Mark, here's how it is.
We're running out of time. Mark, I know
I'm
that
not 100% sure you listen to my song at all.
You have to live with this. You have to keep doing this show with me no matter what. So
So what you're saying is Javier just sucked up all my airtime. Unfucking.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I'm
but...
agreeing with him, and I am me.
You really know how to sit on a fence, Javier.
So no, the only problem I saw with the timing or the tone was really in the guitar. I felt like the tone was a little bit off. There were some discordant parts.
That was on purpose.
It was all on purpose, really?
It was
The discordant aspect of it was.
I'm not even him, and I can tell it was artistic endeavor.
I don't know
if that was all intentional for real.
The discordant part. I mean, if you weren't pleased with the actual tone of the guitar, I mean, I'm sorry.
It was. I mean, it was slightly that, but it was also the timing of it. You know, it felt a little sloppy to me. But if that was intentional too, then
I mean, the timing is relative, right?
Yes. Yep.
No, I mean that's fine. That's fine, dog. That's fine. I meant mostly just kind of like the way that everything felt a little bit like, whoa. A little bit off. Not necessarily timing wise. That was a mixture of multiple instruments being kind of different by accident. So you're right there.
Okay, well, I guess I judged it a little harder than I thought, so I will bump you up to a 9 for that one, because if that was the discordant tones was mostly intentional, then
especially like between the guitar and the horns.
Right. Okay.
That was like,
sure.
That was like part of the whole kind of like prog rocky vibe I was going for.
Okay, I'll raise it up to a 9 for that one.
Well,
Editing,
I mean, you can give me an 8. I just was explaining myself.
editing, I gave you 10 points
Thank you.
because I didn't hear any problems. It felt very well edited. So that brings you to 55 for the fart.
55.
And then extra credit. We've got, first off, one verse in French. And you sent me your lyrics, but you didn't send me the French lyrics.
I sent you the French lyrics in English, Drew.
Where was
They're at
that?
the
I don't
bottom.
think I...
I heard the French lyrics and they sounded.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
They're
I
at the
didn't
bottom.
see it.
It's I am a little caterpillar. Be mine, caterpillar. Will you be mine, caterpillar? Thank you very much, caterpillar.
So eloquent. All right, that counts. That definitely counts as one verse in French. So I'll give you the 5 points for that.
I'll take it.
Then second, give your bug a human name. You did not do that, unfortunately,
No.
so 0 points there.
I didn't want to compromise my vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I felt like it would be cheap, right? Tim knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
All right, and then lastly, we have...
Okay, and if you don't give me a 5 for ska, this was
Ska.
like textbook. This was basically a Real Big Fish song.
So you did put the horns in there, which I felt was like a nod to ska and an attempt, you know?
Yep.
So I gave you the 2 points for a partial
Okay,
extra credit score.
I do feel like never mind. But compare 2 points for horns and then 2 points for an inaudible rude boy. I mean, seems like there's a discrepancy there. To me.
I don't think so because both are an element. Both are elements of ska, and they are both used separately in.
But one of them you could hear. The rude boy I'm talking about.
I would have to go with Rude Boy is defiantly also ska,
Yeah.
defiantly not ska at the same time.
Well,
I feel like maybe if he would have thrown in a couple Rude Boys, we'd be having
Yeah.
a
I think you have
completely
a good
different
point, Javier.
conversation.
You have a good point.
yeah, I agree.
I think also maybe I regret not putting in some pick it up.
Yes.
See, there you go. That would be
Yeah.
another thing that would have maybe bumped up that score a little bit. But as it is, I feel like both songs had the attempt in there, which I appreciated, and it gets you partial credit. There's no getting around
I
it.
feel like you're like the no nonsense judge now.
Can we get at least one no nonsense judgment where there's that little guitar deal after the no nonsense judgment?
I believe it was a harmonica.
It was a harmonica.
the
It was a
original thing.
harmonica,
But,
yes.
But yeah, let's throw in Mark. This wasn't a ska song,
It was not. You're correct.
but I did feel the effort in those horns. No nonsense judgment from your old pal Drew. That's a 2.
Thank you so much, Drew.
Okay.
I
So that brings you up
appreciate your
to
judgment and your wisdom.
63 points total.
Mhm.
Now I believe that you did take a little bit of extra time on this one.
I did because I heard that the prompt was opened.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so
really?
I thought it was only fair.
This one, I guess we had a little bit of a free for all, didn't we? Everybody just did whatever they wanted.
Oh,
didn't they?
really?
Just a little bit of a free for all.
But no, okay. So we're gonna have to balance out some scores here because you guys, Javier and Tim, you guys did stick to the hour, which I appreciate. But having opened the prompt first, no matter what, I feel like that gives you an edge. It gives you the advanced time to think about it.
Go ahead.
Because you know what you're getting yourself into.
Say it. Go ahead.
That I'm saying it.
Keep
He actually said it.
That was about it.
keep
That was
saying
about
it.
all. I'm saying it right now.
It's already been said, Javier. You can't say it anymore.
But since we had have a little bit of a balance here, everybody did a little bit extra, and I feel like it's kind of fair. We'll go ahead and and bump you guys back up to your original score before I subtracted points. So we're gonna go with
Then bump
the
me
original
down to
judgments.
negative 420.
So
Neg- it's just negative
420.
negative.
No, we're gonna
negative
go with what the
69.
scores would have been had I not subtracted any points. So, Tim and Javier, you guys got 61, and Mark, you got 63.
Oh,
So,
that's
unfortunately, you guys still lost to Mark. But it's much better
I mean,
than a negative
there's
420.
a big old asterisk on this entire episode.
It's really more up to how you feel about yourself at the end of the day. It's more what it comes down to.
What I'm worried about at the end of the day is what Tim thinks of me.
I don't know if you'll ever know.
Tim?
I think you're a great guy, but I don't know. I think that you got 63 points. It kind of, I don't know. I don't know if that puts a tint on my vision of you, but
And there you have
Like
it.
is that like a rose-colored tint? Are you looking at Mark through rose-colored glasses right now?
Or like a glaucoma glasses kind of tint. Because they are very different.
Negative 420.
And there we have it, folks. He is
Thanks for closing us out, Javier. Okay, do you guys have anything you want to plug? You got any music online or anything?
Absolutely not. We simply just enjoy the joy of having fun and hanging out with our friends, and
Well, I'd like to consider you
here we
an
are.
honorary friend.
Thank you.
Well, those are great things to plug too. Friendship and fun, and we appreciate you guys being on the show.
I'm actually currently right now feeling very bad based on the score that you gave us. So
well, let's bump it up to a 64. How's that?
Okay, a pity score to 64. Let's go with that, guys.
64 pity score.
I am in the Javier pity area. Thank you, guys.
So, before we leave, we just really want to say thanks everybody for listening, and
we just really want to say thanks everybody for listening.
that's it. We're done.
Follow us on Instagram. Make that song now. Make that song now.
Be
You
the
can find us on the internet also. MakeThatSongNow.com. You want to be on the show? Just let us know. Those are two real good ways to get a hold of us.
Well, thanks again for being here, you guys. You want to say anything?
my wife. She's got me. She needs me.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's skedaddle. Let's skedaddle on out of here. Let's hit that
Skedaddle on
old
outta
dusty
here.
trail and say thanks everybody again and have a great time.
Yeerd.
La 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 la. Na 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 la la lu, yeah. Na 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 la la li la lu.